We are back with Mental Health Chats, and we are looking at the topic of confidence as a manager and leader today. And we've got the lovely Nicky Davies with us. Hello, Nicky. How are you going?
Hi, Claire. I'm in sunny Florida, and it's wonderful here right now.
Oh, wow. But you don't have an accent from Florida. So what are you doing over in Florida, and where are you from?
I'm originally from the UK, and I spend a lot of my time traveling to work with clients. And I'm also married to an American. So we do tend to spend half our time or some of our time in sunny Florida as well as the UK, and then travel globally with clients. Yeah.
That's
But you're not from the UK originally
no.
either, are you?
No, I'm originally from Australia, from Sydney. So I don't think I sound Australian anymore, but everybody always picks up my
Oh, you do. You do.
accent. Excellent. Okay, so confidence. Nikki knows so much about confidence. So first of all, you've told us a little bit about yourself. So who is Nicky Davies? Would you like to tell us a bit more?
Well, Nicky Davis is somebody that works with leaders and managers in big corporations around the world. But she's also a boat owner. So she she spends quite a lot of her time living and working from a sailboat in Greece. So for me, um, actually where confidence came from was the desire to actually travel and experience different places, different cultures, and exciting things in life. And I know that resonates with you because we've had these sorts of conversations, haven't we?
We have, and I've got an apology to make. I've always called you Nicky Davies, which is very Australian, but you are Nicky Davis, like me, but you've got an E. So I do
Yeah,
apologize.
I'm from Wales.
I will get that right. I
Yeah.
will get that right. Yes, I found that traveling helped my confidence a lot because growing up, we didn't really travel much from Australia. And the first trip I went on overseas wasn't on a plane, it was on a big cruise ship. And we went to all the islands around Australia. And that gave me a lot of confidence. I was only 12 at the time. And when I decided to come over here for my working holiday visa, I was nervous. I was really, really nervous. It was like, wow, this is a big step. And I had friends in London. And it does help your confidence. So you've said, Nicky, that you work with leaders and managers all over the world. So would you like to explain in a bit more detail of what you actually do?
Yeah, thank you. So I help leaders and managers develop into inspired leaders. There is an element of confidence that comes with that
Mm,
because great leaders, they have like an executive presence. They have presence and they have certainty. And that often comes across as them being confident to others. But I don't know about you, and this relates to what you were saying about when you were traveling at the age of 12, you didn't feel particularly confident at that time. Confidence, we don't start with confidence, do we? We start with courage, you
yeah,
know? So it takes courage to do something different, and then confidence comes later.
that's fantastic. That's absolutely brilliant. And so what I'm intrigued about is if you're working with leaders, especially leaders, but you're also working with managers to help them with their confidence and help them in their roles, what do you suggest to help them in their roles to gain more confidence?
Yeah, well, it goes back to that piece about courage. It's about
Mm,
having the courage to get started on a certain path and a belief in yourself that you can work it out as you go along. And
yeah,
that willingness to ask people for help, ask people that maybe have more experience than you, more expertise than you in a certain area, to give you some guidance. So it's setting yourself up for success in that way. And
mm,
it's really being honest with yourself about what it is that you know, what it is that you don't know, and just being willing to have the courage to try things out and be honest with people that this is something you're trying And you know, in terms of your team, when you're managing a team, you trust that your team members have the ability to figure things out, and you can work together on that. So, in that way, it's being really honest with yourself and honest with your team members about what you know, what you don't know, and knowing that using all the strengths of the team, you can actually figure this out. You can find a way forward. You can find the people that maybe have done this before and learn from them, but you can figure this out. That is so important in building up your confidence.
You've you've hit so many different marks there, actually, Nicky, and there's so many points that I want to hone in on, and one of them is to really understand as a leader and manager what you know and what you don't know, and then reaching out to your team to ask for help, because that's so courageous. When you're managing a team, when you're leading a team, so often the mindset can be that you need to have all the answers. However, you don't need to have all the answers. That's why we've got a team, and that's why we collaborate and work together to work on the strengths of each person in their in your team, and say, this isn't my bag. This is why you're on my team. So would you like to elaborate on that a little bit more?
Yeah, well, I think you summed it up really well. It really is recognizing the different strengths of team members. And I think there's a bit of an illusion out there, isn't there? And you called it out really well. The expectation is that as a manager or a leader, you have all the answers. And it's just not true. But
Mm,
actually, what people are looking for is they're looking for you to be you. They're looking for you to be really honest and authentic about who you are, and it's much more about trust. So I don't necessarily need to know or believe that you have all the answers, but I do need to be able to trust in you and trust that you're going to you have trust in us, a belief in us as team
mm,
members, and that together we can actually figure this out. you know
mm,
it's much more about being creative, problem solving, using all the strengths of the team to be able to figure things out, than it is as a manager or a leader to have the definitive right answer, because there's not a right answer in a lot of
mm.
situations. There's only a best answer given the information that we've got right now
Yes,
type of
yeah.
answer.
And that's so true as well. If we work to people's strengths, and the science has proven this, if people are working to their strengths, they're so much more productive, and they enjoy their role more, and they won't leave. So it's like there's so many ways of winning here and building that relationship with the team. And back to the term of confidence, if we trust each other and we're confident, it's going to build our team's confidence as well, and that's what we should be aiming at, building our team's confidence.
Yeah, and it really does start with courage
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
Confidence comes later as you have the experience. And I it really is that piece about the confidence in our ability to solve the problem and move forward. It's not so much confidence that we have the right answer, because very often in organizations, you have incomplete information. You don't know everything. So it's that willingness to take some risks and try things out. And that develops confidence is like a muscle, it develops that muscle of confidence that we can
Yeah.
work through this together, that we can get to an answer that is great for us right now, with the ability to change and adapt as new information comes in. And that level of confidence is fantastic, because
Mm.
it's about recognizing the strengths, like you say, the abilities that we have as a team to help solve this problem and keep moving forward.
Definitely, definitely. And I'm just thinking about some research that I've read up on. I get a bit excited about this research, Nicky, because it's actually from the University of Sydney. And it's Grant and O'Connor, the psychologists, who looked into organizations who were more problem focused than and solution focused than solution focused. So the ones who were more solution focused actually moved forward more, were much more productive, were much more relaxed, whereas those who were more problem focused got stuck. They didn't have that growth mindset. And if we're stuck, our confidence will spiral down. Whereas if we're more solution focused and we come to solutions, even if it's not the right solution from the beginning, and have that growth mindset, our confidence will grow.
Absolutely. Yeah, spot on. That research is spot on. It really is about understanding what the problem is, but moving into solution really quickly. And you see that in terms of cultures of teams, where there might be a blame culture. So when something doesn't work out, and we all have things that don't work out, we all have to adapt to changing situations and be able to move into solutions really quickly. But where people get stuck, or where teams can get stuck, is when they start to look inward and start to look at, well, who caused this? Who's to blame? And that kind of blame culture really doesn't help in getting to solutions quickly and being able to move forward. And again, that comes to confidence. All these things really help with confidence. So moving things forward, looking at solutions rather than, looking at who to blame for a particular problem. And just recognizing that starting with courage and honesty and trust is crucial to build that focus on solutions and that focus on confidence. Yeah.
Wow. And you've honed in on the blame culture as well, and that's getting stuck looking at the problem. Let's blame someone, look at the problem instead of opening up. Okay, this has happened. Let's move on, find a solution. Fantastic. Oh my goodness, Nicky, I could talk to you all day about this. This is amazing. So thank you so much for all your wise words. And I think it would be really good. There's probably a lot of people out there who would like to get in touch. So where can people actually find you, Nicky?
You can find me on LinkedIn. If you do a search for Nicky J. Davis, you'll probably find me, or you can send me an email at njdavis with an E
Yes.
at wavaglobal.com. Yeah, happy to help in any way I can.
Well, thank you so much, Nicky, for your wise words. And as I said, I think we could have talked all day. Absolutely amazing. And it's all about building confidence for our leaders and managers, because with more confidence, we've got much better mental health. We're feeling emotionally fit. And if we're feeling emotionally fit, we're going to be so much more productive. So thank you and take care.